Hello there. This is the Scratch program that you will be making and then changing as your assignment. So let's go through what we got here. Right now the backdrop is the XY table. That's because it's going to be graphing the parabolas that you're inputting. The inputs are these three variables right here, A, B, and C. You'll see that all of them are on sliders, so you can adjust the variables. They have limits on them to keep the graph on the actual XY table. Also, you'll notice that A is a decimal because we want A to be able to be between -1 and 1 and not just integer values. So there are our inputs. Of course, those are the inputs of the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. As long as it's in standard form, this program will graph the quadratic. That's where this graph button comes into play. We'll press that in a minute and that'll graph what's going on. And then down here you'll see x1 and x2 are our roots of the quadratic equation. What that means is where it crosses the x-axis. So as long as it has roots, it will say what they are. If it doesn't, we'll see what happens. So when you hit graph, this is what will happen. You'll see the pencil will appear. It will graph the parabola. The green dots are where the roots are. You'll see that this one is at 69.079 and x2 is at -2.41. So a lot's going on here. The function is graphing the parabola, marking the roots, and actually computing them and getting their values. Now, let's try to make this not cross the x-axis. This should work. That's okay. We will just change that, and here we go. Alright. Now, what just happened was the function tested if this parabola was going to cross. It does not, so it came up with a stop sign. There's no real roots, but it does graph it anyways. You can see down here x1 and x2 does not exist, so that's what we're looking for. We want it to test if the roots are real. If it is, it'll mark them. If it's not, it's still going to graph the parabola.